Hello, Easy Nation, and welcome to another episode of the Easy Cage Show. I am Darth Easy.
And I'm Randy Cage.
And today we are talking about our top 10 anticipated summer movies. Maybe. I mean, there might be a summer movie season. There may not be a summer movie season, but there's hope. And we haven't had hope for a long time when it comes to movies. So we're going here talking about our top 10 anticipated. I believe this is the third time we've done this because we didn't get to do it last year. So Randy Cage, was this a hard list to compile?
I will say I struggled a little bit. Like, there was a lot of movies. I use Movie Insider. I don't know if that's what you use, but there's a lot of movies on there that trailers aren't even out for. So to me, are those really coming out this summer, or is that just like leftover from last year? So I don't know. It's going to be a weird list for me. I basically pushed anything that didn't have a trailer. I put in an honorable mention because I was like, there's a very good chance that these aren't really coming out this summer because you'd think by now we would have got a trailer for them. And so my list is weird. But other than that, I mean, it looks like we're going to get some movies, hopefully.
That's right. Yeah, hopefully.
A lot of these are movies from last year that never came out. So that makes me think that the studios and stuff were like, these movies are good enough that we don't want to sell them to Netflix. We want to wait until the theaters open back up. So that gives me a little hope.
I only have about 3 movies, I think, that were last year movies that were supposed to come out. So I think the rest of them were supposed to come out this year. Or no, wait a minute. Maybe it's 4. No, it's 3. Okay, so I'll explain how the show works. Once me and Randy Cage have said topic, we'll go our separate way and compile our own separate top 10s. I'll do my 10 through 8. He'll do his 10 through 8. I'll do my 7 through 6. He'll do his 7 through 6. Then we'll trade one apiece. Once we've compiled our own separate top 10s, we will create the show between the two of us.
Woo.
Okay, so you started first last time, so I'll go first this time.
All right.
So I found out last week that Top Gun Maverick got pushed back, which completely shuffled my top 10. So I had to find one movie, and this movie is not on your list because you just said you didn't put movies that don't have trailers. Yeah. And I don't even know if this movie's coming out because it's supposed to come out in June, but the release date says June, and I'm kind of interested in it. And for the first time ever, I have 2 animated movies on my anticipated list.
I know what you're getting ready to talk about.
So my number 10 is Vivo.
Yep, I have that in my honorable mention. Just the plot and everything looked really cool, and the writer and the director, and I was super excited for this. But since there was no trailer, I just feel like there's no way Sony's putting this out this summer. But
so I mean, the thing about it is, for me, I don't know anything about it, like, at all. The only thing I know about the movie is it's Lin-Manuel Miranda writing music for it. And movies from Hamilton to In the Heights to Moana, I'm a big fan of his. So I love his music. So that's the reason why it makes the list. The movie could be absolute crap, but the songs would be good. So, and to be at the number 10 spot, and the other movies, I just was just like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about that. I'll just have to wait and see. And be
Sony Animations sometimes can put a decent movie out, and this is directed by the Croods director, which is a really good animated movie. And it's the kind of the gist I got. It's about a capuchin monkey, and it's kind of like got an Indiana Jones kind of feel to it. But then, it's a musical, and it's written, the story and songs and everything are written by Lin-Manuel. So it's definitely interesting sounding. But I hope it would be an awesome surprise if they were just like threw this out this summer and we're like, yeah, you are getting this, but I don't know. I got a bad feeling.
All right. My number 9. Okay, so now I got movies that all have trailers, I believe.
Okay.
My number 9 is from the director of Justice League.
Oh.
I'm going with Army of the Dead.
Yeah, this is a punt.
Okay. Okay, my number 8 is my other animated movie, and that is Luca.
This is also. Oh, wait, what did you say it was?
Luca.
What number though? 8.
Yeah.
This is my number 8 too. We always do at least one movie. Yes, Luca. Pixar.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I really don't even know what this movie's really about, but Pixar, it's got a little TV spot.
Did you watch the trailer?
I haven't watched the trailer yet, so
about,
it'll probably be one of those I'll just I'll go watch unless I see a trailer on YouTube or something.
It's about 2 mer boys in an Italian village for a summer break, and they're trying to hide that they're mermaids. That's kind of the gist I was getting from it, but it's got a weird animation style. It almost looks like claymation almost. But
okay, I have the description right here.
Okay.
Set in a beautiful seaside town on the Italia Riviera, the original anime feature is a coming-of-age story about one young boy experience and an unforgettable summer filled with gelato, pasta, and endless scooter rides. Luca shares these adventures with his newfound best friend, but as fun is threatened by a deeply held secret. He is a sea monster from another world just below the world's surface.
There you go.
Okay, so it kind of feels. It sounds like Roman Holiday mixed in with like Ponyo.
Yeah, a little Ponyo. I hear about that movie very often.
So yeah, I mean, let's see the director. See, has he done any other Pixar films?
I think this is the first time.
Let's see. He's part of the Pixar family mostly, so yeah, he's helped with story with pretty much everyone, and he also worked. He was also one of the short stories for Ice Age, apparently.
I mean, it's Pixar. Here lately, I mean, Soul was really good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give them a bit of that. I know they're mad over at Pixar because Disney decided to release this on Disney Plus and not go to theaters.
Is this coming to Disney Plus?
Mm-hmm.
So
it's not even coming to theaters. Yeah. So they're pissed off over there. But
was it coming out on Disney Plus or was it coming out on that Premiere thing?
Not even Premiere.
It's just coming straight to Disney Plus.
So. Yeah, that's why they're mad. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll get over it.
That's what they did. That's what they did with Soul too, and they're kind of getting mad. They're like,
but Soul was a big hit for them on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why they keep doing that, but like for their Disney animation studio, they did the Premiere Plus thing. It's kind of a weird thing to do, to be like, no one's gonna pay $30 to see this Pixar movie. I guess they're too adult or something.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's my 10th or 8. What's your number 10?
All right, my number 10, I went with The Suicide Squad.
That's a punt.
Okay, and then my number 9 is Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Yeah, the trailer did nothing for me.
I enjoyed the first film. I can't remember if we went and saw this.
Yeah, we saw that in that early. Remember in Clarksville.
And I've only watched it that one time, but I did buy it the other day on Blu-ray.
I've had it for a while, but you know,
I want to watch it again before this comes out. But I was giggling during the trailer. I thought it looks funny. I just love Ryan Reynolds. I love his banter, his and Sam Jackson's banter. I'm up for another adventure, even though it's probably going to be dumb. It's probably not, this movie isn't going to win any Oscars or anything, but I mean, I'm up to just go have a good time in the theater and watch Sam Jackson and Ryan Reynolds banter with one another. So yeah.
Listen, I'm looking more forward to this than another car movie that you have on your list, probably.
I don't know.
So,
but yeah, that's my number 9, and then my number 8 was Luca. So
okay,
moving right along.
My number 7 is a movie that's not on your list because you said you didn't care for the trailer, and it's time to jam.
Oh yeah,
Space Jam: A New Legacy. I mean, I think this could be kind of good. I mean, it could be terrible. The original I have a lot of fond memories of the original back in the 90s. I've watched that VHS over and over and over again. And it's a movie I'm probably gonna want to rewatch and review and everything like that, just to see how dated everything is, because I'm pretty sure it's pretty dated. It's kind of like them when I rewatched the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie that was a few years ago. But it looks kind of good. I mean, LeBron's proven to be a decent actor. That one movie he was in with Trainwreck.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
He was really funny in there, and he was actually pretty good. So that gives me a little good on his. And it's being directed by, or it's not being directed, but it's being written by Ryan Coogler, who did the Black Panther and Creed movies. And it kind of looks like Ready Player One. Like you see all the Warner Brother properties, like you saw the little Game of Thrones teaser, and the trailer when Lola throws the alley oop to LeBron, calling back to when him and Dwayne Wade were doing the same thing. It was kind of a little cool moment. So I think this movie could be fun. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of a Ready Player One mixed with LeBron James basketball.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I won't see this movie. It's just it just doesn't do it for me on a bunch of. I don't love the Space Jam movie. I understand it's from your childhood or whatever, so you're probably digging a little bit more. I'm not the biggest Looney Tunes fan. I don't really like all the different Looney Tunes. I just don't. It doesn't really do it for me. I don't like movies that mix live action with animated characters. Those usually suck. Not a big fan of the NBA. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff that's just not really doing it for me. I wonder, do you think Michael Jordan will make a cameo in this movie?
I figure he'll show up like Bill Murray does in the original.
I mean, maybe when it gets closer, I might watch the original again. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe because I haven't seen that thing in probably 20 years. I don't even remember what it's about.
I can't remember last time I watched it. So
fights the Moon Stars or something, right?
See, it's different. It's different though because in the monsters in the original, the Looney Tunes are getting ready to be enslaved to these aliens, but in this one, Don Cheadle has taken his son. Which isn't really his. I don't think it's really his son. And then because you also have the girl from Star Trek Discovery as his wife, so that's good. We can actually get some maybe decent actors in there. So yeah, I mean, I think it looks fun. I mean, it could be terrible, but I could have a fun time watching the movie. So that's what summer's about sometimes.
That's right.
Of course, I won't be watching this in theaters. This will be coming out on HBO Max. So.
All right.
That's my 7 through 6.
All right. My number 7 is another Ryan Reynolds movie, Free Guy.
Wait. I forgot my number 6.
I was wondering. I thought we were skipping something.
Sorry, I forgot. So, dude, I just woke up. Give me a break. My number 6 is your punt from earlier, and that is Suicide Squad.
Yes. The Suicide Squad, sir.
Sure.
Like the Ohio State.
This could be good. I mean, the trailer I really enjoyed. I didn't think we're getting any Harley Quinn at all. I mean, like I thought she was only gonna be in like 5 minutes of the movie, and it looks like she's in it throughout the whole movie. Maybe the trailer is fooling us. It's like, oh yeah, Harley Quinn's in the movie. Week. And I like they brought back what's his face, the army soldier guy from the first movie. So, and then we also get Captain Boomerang back from the original. No Deadshot. We get Idris Elba as I forgot what the character's name is, but there's all kinds of cool little DC characters. And I like that they're fighting. It looks like they're fighting more grounded characters, not someone who's just going to do Enchantress. I mean, that's what I want. I want Suicide Squad to fight terrorists, and I don't want them to fight enchanted magical creatures.
Well, I think you may just be disappointed because I think grounded is not going to be the right word for this movie. It looks insane. I mean, there's like a giant star creature they're fighting at one point in time. I mean, I think it's going to be interesting. It's James Gunn, so it's going to be freaking weird.
Yeah, but we also get Peter Capaldi as the guy with the brain thing.
Yeah,
and that's cool because that's Doctor Who.
See, I didn't know that because I'm not a Doctor Who guy, but and I hope they're not. I hope you're right, and they're not fooling us with the Harley Quinn stuff because I had heard that Harley Quinn was not in this movie very much, and the trailer makes it seem like she's in it for the whole thing. So I'm gonna be disappointed if she's not, unless there's these other characters are just freaking awesome. But it definitely looks completely different than the original Suicide Squad, which for most people is going to be a good thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this for sure. But my DC goggles have to be slightly tinted because it's a DC movie and they all suck.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm looking to hate the movie mostly due to the fact it's being directed by James Gunn because I'm not the biggest fan of Guardians 2. So we'll see what happens with the movie.
It's going to be goofy as all hell. I'm calling it right now. I mean, even in that trailer we got, there was all these weird creatures and things. I was like, what in the hell is this shit? Like, and I guess if you're a DC like super hardcore fan, you probably were like, "Oh, it's like a starfish or something." I'm like, I don't know, so it may not be for me.
All right, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is Free Guy, as I said a minute ago, Ryan Reynolds movie.
Okay.
This is one that's been pushed a bunch. I think this was supposed to come out last summer, and then it got pushed to Christmas. Then it got pushed to this summer. But this is Ryan Reynolds plays an NPC, a non-playable character in like a giant multiplayer game. Looks like maybe like a Fortnite type game because there's just chaos going on around him every day, and he decides to take things into his own hand, and it's gonna get that funny Ryan Reynolds banter in here, and it's kind of like a video game movie that doesn't look like it's gonna be complete garbage. And it's kind of an interesting take of like, you know, what if the non-playable characters in your video game just decided maybe they glitched, kind of like a Wreck-It Ralph situation where they just decide to start, you know, doing stuff. And that's kind of a cool idea, I think. And the trailers look pretty cool.
Okay, I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched any trailers for the movie.
Oh, well, you should check it out. There's some
I'll wait to see unless I see the trailer. I don't really care about watching trailers anymore, unless it's Marvel or, you know, Star Wars or something.
It's got a cool cast. I don't remember everybody else in it, but it looks pretty cool.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
And Taika Waititi's in this too. I forgot to mention that.
Okay, I like him.
He didn't direct it. Sean Levy directed it, who is like he did comedies before this. I don't forget which comedies he's known for, but he did Night at the Museum movies and Real Steel and Date Night, stuff like that. So all right. My number 6. Gotta go back here.
I think that was your number 6.
No, that was my number 7.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah. My number 6 is Cruella.
Okay, that's a punt.
Okay. Well, then there you go. There's my 7 through 6.
All right. My number 5. Okay, this is another movie that doesn't have a trailer to it. Okay. But the premise alone, it's more of a drama movie, and that is Stillwater.
Oh, yeah. Is Matt Damon in this?
Matt Damon, Abigail Breslin from, you know, Zombieland and some other films. Yeah. Where, you know, they're going after a organization, an oil thing based off a true story. The premise alone sounds really great. And, you know, sometimes in the summer we get a really good dramatic film. So I want to throw at least one in here. And so Stillwater was the one I went with because I think it sounds very interesting.
Yeah, Matt Damon, he's done these like kind of like political, environmental type movies before, and I've enjoyed them. So, yeah, I did see this. I don't have it on my list because it doesn't have a trailer or anything, but this is
it's one of those films that could definitely get pushed back. Probably to fall for if it wants to try to do an Oscar push. So yeah, I mean, Stillwater. So yeah, that's why I had number 5.
Cool. All right, my number 5 is F9, or I guess it's the 10th film if you count Hobbs and Shaw. The 10th.
It's not. Film. It's not. It's a nice film.
10th film of the Fast and Furious saga.
The nice film. The nice film.
I know you are hating on these movies, but I still like these movies. I've been going through and rewatching them. I like them. They're insane. I mean, even the newest trailer, they openly admit they're like, you know, we went to space, or no, we fought a submarine, we fought tanks, we jumped from building to building. It's insane stuff. And this new trailer, they're like jumping over canyons on hooks and going to space, it looks like. But I don't know. I like the cast. I love the action's always awesome. There's always some good comedy in there. These are just fun, popcorn, dumb summer movies. And I'm not sick of them yet. I know some people are getting sick of them. I don't think a whole lot of people are getting sick of them because they still make a shit ton of money. But it's kind of that Transformers thing. You know, eventually they'll get to the point where people are going to be like, okay, no more of this. But I don't think we're there yet. No, I don't think we're there yet. But that's my number 5. I'm rewatching the movies to get ready. And I'm still enjoying even rewatching them. And I'm interested to see. They're going to bring just Han back, it looks like. I don't know how.
For some reason.
And they're Paul Walker's sister's back, but I think Paul Walker's woman is back. Vin Diesel's sister's back.
Well, you kind of have okay. For a story point of view, if you want to say Fast and Furious as a story, then if you're gonna have the brother of Dom,
yeah.
Yeah. I was just, it's been, I only watch these movies in the theaters. The only one I'll ever rewatch will be like Fast 5 because Fast 5's dumb fun, but it's not so stupid where it makes no sense. Like
it's pretty stupid.
but it's not as dumb as a fucking car flies into space.
Hell yeah. It looks like they're using magnets in this one.
And I just like this is me watching a trailer. I didn't even make it through the whole trailer. I turned it on.
Oh,
so I mean and I like John Cena, but I like him more in the comedic roast, and I like him in the more like Bumblebee. He was fine in Bumblebee. He wasn't that great in it. But I don't know, man. I'm over this franchise.
I will say I am getting sick of the whole like Blah is Dom's brother. Like it's turning into a soap opera. Everybody's related to somebody. I'm just like, this better be the last person that Vin Diesel has to fight from his past. I get sick of all this crap. And
don't worry. The next movie will have. It's like my brother's dead. I'm Paul Walker's brother, and now I'm going to counter you, Dom.
Yeah, I'm over it. This better be the last one.
His other brother, that's an FBI agent. He's like, I'm finally going to put you in prison.
I'm still looking forward to it, though. That's my number 5. F9. I don't really like the title either. F9. I mean, they've always been weird with the titles. But, yeah. So, what's your number 4?
My number 4 was a punt from your number 6, and that's Cruella.
Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil. I mean, Emma Stone. I mean, I love Emma Stone. And I'm not the biggest fan of 101 Dalmatians, original animated or live action movies. I don't. I think those are like really the first really live action Disney movies we've ever gotten based off the original property. But I mean, I like the idea of Emma Stone playing a character who wants a friggin' dog jacket. I mean, she's that evil, and I'm kind of interested to see her play a more twisted kind of character because we haven't really seen Emma Stone do that yet in her career, where she's always kind of the positive, good characters, and we never seen her really play a villainous character that I can think of on top of my head. So
I think that this looks pretty damn good. This looks better than what I could have imagined as which maybe the trailers are misleading, but I don't know. I'm with you. I'm not a big fan of 101 Dalmatians. Disney live action movies are all over the place for me. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're meh, sometimes they're awful. But I do like Emma Stone, and it's got like a Devil's Wears Prada with a little bit of Harley Quinn in there. Like it's just kind of, and I like it. It seems like from the movie they're keeping her evil. This isn't like a Maleficent where we're making her a good guy type thing. It looks like
misunderstood.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out why the Cruella de Vil of the movies is the way she is what it seems like, and that looks cool to me. And the trailers have been good. And so yeah, I'm pumped to see this one.
Yeah, I mean, it could be interesting. I don't know who's directing it, but it looks the trailer. I was like, oh god, really? We making a Cruella movie? And I watched the trailer. I was like, you know what? That doesn't look half bad. I mean, you never know what you're getting out of some of these films, but I'm interested.
Me too. All right. Well, my number 4 is a pump from earlier, and that is Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead.
Okay.
I love Zack Snyder's earlier zombie film,
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, yep. And we just rewatched it here recently and getting it ready for this movie, and it's still so good. It holds up so well. And this is such an interesting take on the zombie franchise. I mean, you've got this heist going on in the middle of Vegas who's overrun with zombies, and there's a smart zombies. And the trailer is just so cut so nicely with the music and everything. It's got an amazing cast. And Zack Snyder's on a high right now. So I feel like if he hits this out of the park, we could, it's going to be cool. I think it looks awesome.
I mean, the thing with Zack Snyder is you're going to have it's going to be over stylized action, probably a little bit, probably some slow-mo action scenes.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't even tell you who else was in this movie than Dave Bautista. I'm drawing a blank. So, but I was into it because I was just looking at it. I was like, Army of the Dead, what the hell is this? I watched the trailer. I was like, that doesn't look half bad. So I'm always up for a good little zombie film.
Netflix paid big bucks to have this not go to theaters pretty much. So and they apparently everybody got along real nice, and Netflix wants to keep working with Zack Snyder. So I think it's going to be one of the more surprising hits of the summer. I got a feeling.
Okay.
Comes
out pretty soon too.
Yep, into May, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
so, that's my number 4.
Okay, my number 3 is Black Widow.
It's my number 3 too.
Woo-hoo!
Sinking.
Yay. So this was number 4 originally before my the Top Gun scandal thing happened, but I enjoy the trailers. I haven't watched the new trailers because I don't see a point. Because I'm like, okay, I'm already sold on the movie. I don't need to watch more of what I'm going to watch. I like Florence Pugh playing the sister of Scarlett Johansson, basically who's going to become the new Black Widow. I believe what's his face from Stranger Things is the brother or something. He looked fun.
David Harbour. He's playing like a father type role, but I'm not 100% sure what that's about yet.
I figure he's more about older brother than anything because they're more similar in age. Than I would think he's father.
I don't. Maybe you haven't seen the trailer, but there's a trailer where they're all sitting down as a family.
No, I've seen that trailer, but it looks like more of a like
David Harbour and Rachel Weisz are like her mom and dad is what they're
sure, maybe. But the villain's supposed to be Taskmaster, which is kind of interesting because Taskmaster was always it's always one of the smartest villains, and curious to see how they use him in the film.
Doesn't he mimic other powers of other people and that kind of his deal?
No, it's more of a I think he's just strong but he's like very tactful. He's like he can out strategize anybody in the Marvel universe except for Deadpool because Deadpool's so unpredictable. You're thinking Rogue or something. So
there was a villain that copied other people, and I thought it was Taskmaster, but yes. But yeah, this is one of those delayed movies that we were supposed to get over a year ago.
Yeah.
And it's I still have hopes for it. I mean, this is one of the characters where I was like, I don't really do we need a Black Widow movie, but I think it'd be cool. It takes place like after Civil War, I think, is the timeline, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's set before Infinity War.
Yeah.
And in the post-credit scene, we'll probably show her it's like, we need you at Secret Wars or something.
Yeah. And like you said, I definitely think they're setting up Florence Pugh to be the Black Widow, even though she'll be like the White Widow or something. But it'd be cool. Be cool.
Okay, so that's our number threes. My number two is one of my most anticipated films for last year, and that is A Quiet Place Part Two.
Well, that is a punt, I
No,
guess. It's my
it's your
number
number one.
one. Yeah, it's
So,
my number one.
which Fab Phil, I know what your number two is. So, but anyways, let's talk about Quiet Place. I mean, so Quiet Place Part Two looks awesome. I mean, direct sequel to the original Quiet Place, directed by John Krasinski, has the cast. It also got Cillian Murphy in there, I believe, and which I really enjoy him from all the Nolan films. And the movie looks great. I mean, it looks like a more continuation of what we've seen in the last film, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that first film was so creepy and had such a good story, like, or premise even, these creatures, they hear sound really well. You can't make a sound or they will be on you and killing you
Yes.
within seconds. And it's just an awesome premise. And I like, this could have been one that we didn't really need a sequel to, but I kind of, from the trailers, I like where I think they're going with it. And just because we found the thing that'll hurt the aliens doesn't necessarily mean everything's just going to be fixed. And we need a couple more movies to get there, it looks like. And plus the human race looks like it's gone downhill severely. So
yeah, I mean, and it's one of those that I didn't really necessarily I necessarily didn't need a sequel to, but
you get spammed, it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Great. But
I do want to become famous.
So crap, I lost my train of thought. I didn't really need a sequel to this film. If I was going to get a sequel, I would have liked to see a different cast and seen somewhere else in the world, because I always think that's a more interesting thing to do with films like this. Kind of like Walking Dead, but just with better quality.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's Quiet Place Part 2. That was your number one. So good pick.
Well, thank you. Well, I guess we're up to my number two.
What's your number two?
Maybe your number one. I don't know. Mine is In the Heights.
Woo! That's my number one.
Nice. I'm glad. I've been so pumped.
We just flip flop. I mean, that's just what it comes down to.
I've been so pumped for this movie ever since I saw or heard about it freaking a year and a half ago. It seems like, because it's supposed to come out last summer. It was I'm pretty sure it was in my top 10 anticipated for 2020.
It was. I believe
Lin-Manuel. It's a story about they're trying to kick it's about dreamers, and I don't want to say something that it is, but it looks really good. It's got a lot of his hip hop, and it's a musical, and it just looks freaking awesome. The trailers have been stellar. They released 2 trailers a couple months ago. I watched them both multiple times, and I was like, oh, this is going to be good. I just got a feeling it's going to be great.
The music looks great. It's cool that I think Lin-Manuel Miranda, he's in one of the smaller roles in the film. The one he's passing out ice cream or something. I can't remember or something. But it's the star of the movie is the guy who plays John Lawrence from Hamilton, and he was also in A Star Is Born. And then you got some other people in there. You got Jimmy Smits is in the film. You got the guy who played Dr. Dre in Straight Outta Compton, and I think he was in Walking Dead for a time.
It's directed by John Chu too.
And John Chu, director, which I love that film. So I love musicals. I mean, there are so many great musicals out there, and musicals are one of those films that always can put a smile on my face. And it's a different kind of musical because it's the Lin-Manuel Miranda, the rapping, hip hop kind of style of musical. So it could be a very good film, and also hits on immigration and people coming together no matter what they look like, which is something America really needs right now.
America.
Okay, so
I was trying to. It's called like. They're trying to like do away with the neighborhood kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like trying to gentrify or whatever it's called, where they're, trying to modernize the neighborhood, and they don't want to get rid of the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you have anything else to say before we
No,
create this top 10?
good list. I like
Good
it.
job. We have about 7 in commonality. It's probably one of the highest we've ever had. So okay, number one.
Coin flip. I don't know.
I'll give it to A Quiet Place Part 2 because
Okay.
I believe I had that higher on my top 10 on when we did our anticipated 2020. So I'm completely fine. And plus, I don't trust you flipping a coin and say, "Oh yeah, it's definitely tails."
True. It's true. All right.
So then
top
In the
three
Heights will
set.
go to. Then we'll go Black Widow at 3. Okay. We both had Luca at 8.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I had Cruella at 4. You had Army and Dead at 4.
Yep.
But you had Cruella at 6.
That's
so
right.
A 4-6 beats a 4-10. So
Okay.
I'd say
yeah,
give
I
it.
agree.
Okay.
Yeah, Cruella's 4.
And then we'll give crap, what was that? Army of the Dead at 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that it? No, and then we have Suicide Squad. I had it at 6, you had it at 10. So we'll just put that next. And then we just have 3 movies left to decide on.
Okay. 3 movies or 2 movies?
3.
Oh, okay. What's your next highest?
My highest I have is Stillwater
At
5.
Oh, I had F9 at 5.
Okay, so I hate that trailer so much.
It's summer. F9 is the pinnacle of summer blockbuster.
Right, but I feel like that should be a number 9.
No.
Like
definitely.
barely in the top 10, but it's still there for the summer kind of,
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, man.
Okay, what's your highest movie left?
That we don't have, I guess 7. Free Guy.
Okay, I had Space Jam: A New Legacy, so
both kind of weird movies.
So I say we give it Space Jam.
Okay, go for it.
Yay!
Did you put old F9 at 8?
I put it at 7. We had Luca at 8.
Oh, 7. Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Luca. Okay, cool. I like it.
Okay, let's get this started. The top 10 anticipated summer movies of 2021, baby. Yeah. At number 10, Space Jam: A New Legacy. At number 9, Stillwater. At number 8, Luca. At number 7, F9. At number 6, The Suicide Squad. At number 5, Army of the Dead. At number 4, Cruella. At number 3, Black Widow. At number 2, In the Heights. At number 1, the most anticipated summer movie of 2021 is A Quiet Place Part 2.
Nice.
Okay, that's our top 10, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I had a bunch. Hold on, let me pull it back up here. So I had Spiral, the new Saw movie. I'm not a huge fan of the Saw movies.
I didn't put that money on.
But Chris Rock is doing this one. It's going in a different direction. It looks a little more like the original, which I actually did like the original Saw.
Mm-hmm.
Cops trying to find a copycat of the Saw killer. It might be crap. I don't know. I had Jungle Cruise, another are we getting another Pirates here with The Rock and Emily Blunt, or is this going to be garbage that we're not going to care about? I don't know. I mean, this was another movie that came out last summer that's supposed to come out this summer. I had The Night House, which is this creepy horror movie that looks like what was that movie that came out a couple years ago with had the people living under, everything was flipped. It's like a parallel universe.
You're talking about Us.
Yes, it looks very Us-like. There's this house, she thinks it's haunted, and then in the trailer it takes a twist and you're like, oh, like they show like, what if there's this other parallel universe where you are everything's a little different and you're like haunting each other. Like it looked cool and creepy. I had BIOS on here, which I didn't even hear about this till a couple days ago. It's freaking Tom Hanks in a post-apocalyptic movie, and he's like an engineer, and he's like trying to put his consciousness in a robot or something for a dog. I was like, oh yeah, this sounds amazing. But once again, there's no trailer or poster or anything for that movie. I had Reminiscence, which is, I forget who's in it. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. It's a sci-fi movie about time travel starring Rebecca Ferguson and Hugh Jackman. Hell yeah. And then I had Don't Breathe 2. There's no trailer for this. I really love Don't Breathe, and they definitely left it over for a sequel, so that'd be cool. I had Vivo, which we already talked about a lot, and then I had Samaritan, which is your guy Sylvester Stallone in like a new superhero movie, but he's going to be like, it's a little more realistic, like kind of like a what's it called when you're like trying to take justice in your own hands?
A vigilante?
Yes, it's like a Sylvester Stallone vigilante movie.
Okay.
But yeah, those are all my honorable mentions.
Okay, so yeah, you talked about a lot of them. I have Wrath of Man.
Wrath of Man, what's that one's about?
That's the Guy Ritchie, Jason Statham movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. One's coming out like in a week, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't watch the trailers for it because I just kind of want to go into it.
No, I do want to go see that. That might be where I go see my first movie in the theaters.
I also had Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Just think it looks so ridiculous, but it looks more. it looks better than the F9 movie. And then that and Jungle Cruise were actually fighting for my 10th spot because I enjoyed the original trailer for Jungle Cruise because I really like Emily Blunt and The Rock's fun. I also had Free Guy. Didn't know anything really about it, but I put it on my honorable mentions. Don't Breathe 2. I like the original, but it's a thriller type, and it's not coming out till August, so I wouldn't expect a trailer to be out for it yet. I also have Respect, which is the biopic on Aretha Franklin. And I also had Biles, and I also threw it in. I don't think the movie's going to be any good because it's being directed by the guy who did R.I.P.D., and that is Snake Eyes, the G.I. Joe origin.
I saw that, but like I haven't heard anything. I didn't even realize that was coming. Like that.
Well, it got pushed up when they moved Top Gun down to November. So
is this like the beginning of a rebooted G.I. Joe franchise?
Yeah, it's the title of the movie is called Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origin. And the best part of those two horrible G.I. Joe movies was Snake Eyes.
It wasn't Bruce Willis.
I barely remember. Oh yeah, he was in the second one.
Second one, yeah.
He was okay. He wasn't. Yeah. He wasn't like terrible as he's been in a lot of movies. But
I don't hate those GI Joe movies. And there is this rumor that Hasbro is working on some kind of shared universe with like GI Joe, Power Rangers, and a whole bunch of other Transformers all in one.
Micronauts and maybe Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will show up in there or something.
I take it. Let's do it.
So no, just movie universes aren't working. Other than Marvel, I mean, no one's really cracked the code. Though I did enjoy Godzilla versus King Kong. Now I'm thinking about it. So, which you haven't seen, so you can't judge it.
I don't need to see it to know that it sucks.
Doesn't suck. It was fun. What movie are you going to watch? A big giant monkey shines a freaking dinosaur.
I don't know. Good question.
And it's got great scores and everything. I don't know why you're being so hard on it. If I could get Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom a chance and watched it, you can give Godzilla versus Kong. You know that logic makes sense.
That would be different if I hadn't already watched a horrible Kong movie that was pure garbage.
But it's
and
100 times better.
A horrible Godzilla movie that was also pure garbage. Put me to sleep in the theaters.
But
I'm not giving it.
Times better.
I'm not giving it a third and fourth chance. It's done.
Oh my God. It's terrible. You're such a hypocrite. Okay.
That's like Transformer movies. Like, if you don't like them anymore, so don't go to them anymore. I don't like them. I don't want to go.
Okay, guys, that ends this episode of the Easy K Show. Guys, check us out here every week. Next week, we're going to be starting, we'll be doing an episode Saturday due to Rainy Cage going to Florida. And then our schedule will be changing again in a few weeks. Probably be moving to either Thursday or Friday spot. We'll keep you updated as things go along. So yeah. So guys, check out Rainy Cage at his little blog at People Still Do. And make sure you check out here on the Darth Easy Show YouTube channel, not the Darth Easy. I changed it to my podcast YouTube channel. So
okay.
So guys, until next time, all too easy.